Hi guys, I'm sending you love from Astana, Kazakhstan. And today I want to talk to you about omens, or the signs from the universe. I believe in omens, and I believe in those signs that the universe gives us, that the universe shows us to show us that we are on the right path. And let me tell you a story from my life that makes me so sure that when I ask for a sign, I always receive it. So a few years ago, I got this crazy idea that I needed to purchase a property in New Mexico. Now, it didn't make any sense because at the time I lived in Houston, Texas, and New Mexico is thousands of miles away from Texas. But the idea was so persistent that I was sure that it came from something bigger than me. So my husband and I went on a road trip from Texas to New Mexico. And we looked at 10, 15 different properties around Santa Fe and Taos. And I remember we were driving in the car and I quietly said a prayer that sounded something like this. Dear God, this crazy idea that came into my head, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense logically. It doesn't make sense financially. Give me a sign, show me that this is something that I need to do, because deep in my heart, I have a feeling that I need to obey this thought and I need to buy this property, a property. And as soon as I thought that prayer, this most magnificent and perfect double rainbow lit up the sky. And we pulled over, and I remember running into a gas station and yelling, "People, there is this most beautiful double rainbow in the sky. You have to go outside and look." And this cashier lady, she just kind of like shrugged her shoulders and she was like, "Oh yeah, this double rainbow is here every single afternoon." And one would have thought, oh, what a coincidence, but not me, because I was sure that was the sign from the universe, the sign that I asked for. So we went to Taos and we looked at a lot more properties. And there was this last property that was way outside of our price range. And my husband wanted to look at it anyway. And I remember I was sitting in the car. I didn't even want to go outside and look at this property because I thought that was not a possibility. It was way too expensive and we couldn't afford it. And my husband was like, "Well, honey, we're already here. Let's just go ahead and look at it." I remember walking into this hotel, and it was very obvious. Right away, my husband and I both knew that that place was it. And like I said, it was way too expensive. It was way outside of our budget. And since God showed me the sign, we decided that if the process would go smoothly, we would purchase this place. And sure enough, everything went smoothly. We negotiated the good price. We were approved for a loan. And a few months later, we were the proud owners of Blue Sky Retreat Center at the historic San Geronimo Lodge in Taos, New Mexico. 18-bedroom property with this beautiful meditation path, a labyrinth, a chili pepper shaped pool, a hot tub. It was just perfect. And at the time, I thought that was the end of the story, because it was a really amazing story about me listening in and, obeying my intuition, obeying the divine voice, that whisper that comes from something bigger than me. It was a really great story about the signs from the universe. However, there is a continuation of the story. 3 years later, my once very wealthy family in Kazakhstan lost all of their financial assets due to political, economic reasons. And my mother came to America literally in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt on her back. That's it. And it quickly became very obvious that hotel purchase in Taos, New Mexico was divine intervention. God had a plan for us, well before we even suspected or knew that would have our family would have these financial challenges and financial difficulties. So today my mother, my amazing mother, runs our hotel in Taos. She loves it. She feels like she's contributing. She found a new purpose in life. She got a new beginning, a second chance in life, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So because of that event, because of this story, I have an unwavering belief that God's plan for my life is so much better than anything that I could ever dream of. And I surrender and I trust this divine plan. I trust God's timing for my life. So if you are at a point in your life when you need to make a decision and you're not sure what decision is the right one, or if you're at a crossroads and you don't know where to go, just ask for a sign. Say a simple prayer, something like, God, please show me that I am on the right path. And you can take a deep breath and you can listen with your inner hearing, with your intuition, what the sign would be. Or you can simply stay open, and when you see the sign, you will recognize it as an omen, as your omen. And even if you don't get a sign, that is also the universe talking to you. So I invite you to ask for a sign. I invite you to surrender to the flow of life. And I truly believe that when you obey your inner hearing, when you obey that quiet whisper that comes from something bigger than you, when you step into the flow of life, you start co-creating with the universe. And every single time, the universe takes you beyond your wildest dreams.